there are people who genuinely thought that Kylian Mbappe was finished after he had like a one third of a bad season. I mean, Kylian Mbappe is struggling to hit top form for Real Madrid in this season. There are people saying he's finished and Kylian Mbappe is not the Kylian Mbappe we know. But I think it's too early to write off Kylian Mbappe because looking at the kind of player he is, the strength and the quality he possesses, the ability to run into defenders, the ability to score goals. Kylian Mbappe is really an exceptional player, and people don't watch football anymore. I always say this: people don't watch. People just go to football, get a scoreline, and then conclude that Kylian Mbappe is finished because he's not scoring goals. But even if he doesn't score goals, there are games where you get to see his quality, and this was one of the games where you could see that Kylian Mbappe was really back to his best. The kind of goal he scored in this game was really a goal where he had a one touch, beat the defender, and scored a clinical goal. His confidence is really back, and you could see how he was beating his marker, going to the box and trying to score more goals and trying to create a problem for the Atalanta defense. And that's why Kylian Mbappe was brought in. That's why Kylian Mbappe was signed. And if you watch this game carefully, in the coming months, if Kylian Mbappe is able to play the number 9 position for Real Madrid very well, I think it's going to be a real problem for class because just a one touch and how you play a defender and how he was able to score that goal. Oh my God. For everything that happens, put it in a context. He's been less than himself for the last 2 years. He was really struggling with the PSG administrators. He really wanted to move from PSG and to Madrid. And for a young boy like him, you just have to cut him some slack. He's achieved a lot even at his age. He's now tied with goals with Salah. He has 50 goals in the Champions League, and then Salah has 50 goals in the Champions League, and Thierry Henry also has 50 goals in the Champions League, telling you the kind of player he is. For the past 2 years, even though he's scored some goals at PSG, he's gone through a lot of problems. Like one, you heard how he was struggling with Nasser Al-Khelaifi also at PSG, and like every other player, he's played a lot of games. Look at how Man City is struggling because the players have played a lot of games, and he hasn't really gone on a lengthy injury. So he's also tired too. And he's playing for the biggest club in world football now. So cut him some slack. Don't be like Kylian Mbappe is a fraud. No, relax for Kylian Mbappe and allow him to grow into the Real Madrid season. Not everybody is going to be like Ronaldo, or not everybody is going to have a good style like Ronaldo at Real Madrid. Look at Vinicius Junior. When Vinicius Junior came to Real Madrid, he wasn't this good. His finishing was so bad. At a point, Benzema wasn't even passing the ball to him. But look at how good he's become. There are people saying that Kylian Mbappe is Hazard 2.0. Oh my God, that's not true. That's not true. I think he's had 14 goal contribution so far this season. It tells you he's not failed. 14 goal contribution in just like 1/3 of the season, and you're calling him Hazard 2.0. Oh my God. Just give him some time to put certain things together, and Kylian Mbappe will be back to the best. And if you call 14 goals contribution at this stage of the season a failure, oh my God, I'm sure you are deluded because he's doing well. And if he keeps on failing at this rate, he'll probably end up with 40 goals contribution in his first season. There's no denying that he's actually not been very good as he was in the past. But guy, let's cut him some slack. Honestly, I think that the criticism is a bit exaggerated to the point that some Real Madrid fans are saying that they wish they could not sign him. If you watch Kylian Mbappe and you have him in your team, my God, you are very lucky and you are fortunate. He was treated poorly by PSG last season. He did not have rest because of the Euros, and he's adapting to a new club life at Real Madrid. So guys, Kylian Mbappe will come back to form. Let's get to the next topic. The second talking point of the game was the penalty. There are people arguing whether it's a penalty. I think it was really a penalty, and there's no even an argument about it because you see, if the player was clipped on any part of the pitch, it was a penalty kick. And I've also had a privilege to watch the penalty from a very different angle, and I think that Tchouaméni kicked the player in the foot, and when he kicked the player in the foot, the player kicked himself back and fell in the ball. I think the player is Kolasinac, and it's not even an argument. It's not even a debate. It was a penalty kick. And Charles Di Cataleri, I don't even know how to mention this guy's name. His name is a bit funny because I can't mention it. Oh my God. But the thing about him is he used to play for AC Milan, and I think under Stefano Pioli. And Stefano Pioli must attack him for as a center midfielder, as a number 9, as a winger, and it wasn't working. You know what? You can't even say he wasn't given the opportunity to play because he was given the opportunity, and this guy only had one assist to his name. And when you go to Atalanta, the way this guy is performing, and oh my God, and the confidence with which he stood behind a penalty kick and scored that penalty, oh my God, against Thibaut Courtois in the Champions League against Real Madrid, that guy is really doing well for himself. And I think when you check football, so far this season, he's had So far this season, he's playing as a striker and he has 3 goals and then 5 assists in his 14 goals so far in Serie A, and he's doing what 8 goal contribution for himself. I think that Charles de Ketelaere from Belgium really is a good player. I think Vinicius is one of the best players in the world by far. And one thing about him that has significantly improved in quotes, is his finishing. If he was the second goal, he didn't really see where the ball was even coming from. It was just a bounce off from the Atalanta player, and the ball came to him, and he kicked and he scored the goal with his weak foot without even looking at the goal post. And this is also a Vinicius that is injured, and I think Ancelotti put him in the game because he really needed a win in this game. And Vinicius didn't you didn't see him running on the pitch. You didn't see him going left and right. You didn't see him doing any extraordinary work. But when he got a chance, he punished Atalanta and he got a second goal for Real Madrid. And the shocking thing too about this is that just when I thought, Atalanta was controlling the game and all that, in just a matter of seconds, it was 3-1. I was like, Real Madrid, they're not playing any game. You couldn't see what they were doing. Madrid has shown and proved severally that in the Champions League, it's not only about how you're able to possess the ball. It's not about how you're able to possess the ball. It's also about how you're able to control the moment and take your chances. And that's what happened with Bellingham. I was just going to make a call and I came back. I was like, 3-1. Oh my God, Real Madrid. Yeah, a team that they will take if you joke with Real Madrid, they'll beat you in just like seconds, and that's exactly what happened at Dortmund. Bellingham was, I think, a DM. Then he started playing as a centre midfielder, and then he started playing as an attacking midfielder. And I think last season, Carlo Ancelotti played him as a supporting striker also, and he's doing pretty well for his age and for his quality. He's not a striker. And how he gets to finish chances is something that people do not really talk about because it's just Bellingham. Funnily, I saw a lot of people criticizing him for not scoring a lot of goals. And people must know this. Bellingham's primary job is not to score goals. Bellingham's primary job is a midfielder. Arguably even better when the season started than even now. But because he's scoring goals now, people are saying, Jude, I love you, Jude. But the primary job of a midfielder is to control games and try and work hard for the team. And he was doing that during when the season started. So I think that people are clueless when it comes to these things. That's my opinion. Because even last season, there was a run where he played 9 games and he scored 2 goals. And the run where he had played 9 games and 2 goals were probably one of the best time for best game that he played for Real Madrid. For me, it's like people forget that his basic job is supposed to be a midfielder, and he's doing that clearly. Smart player, quality player on the field of play, and he's also skilled at scoring goals. Just take that for yourself. People criticize Bellingham also just because people now don't watch games anymore. They just watch highlights and then they follow the live score apps. Watch football and you appreciate what Bellingham brings to the game. And like I was saying about Vinicius is just one of the best players in the game when it comes to finishing now. He's just that good. In this game where he was not able to run, he was not able to defend and all that, look at the quality of finish he gave to Real Madrid. The thing about Bellingham is that he's been fantastic throughout the whole season. It is just that he's just adding goal scoring to his season now, and we have to give him the plaudits when he scores goals, and give him the plaudits because he's just a normal, or he's just a midfielder, not an attacker.